This is GCSE Electricity Lesson 9, and this is just one question. It's just an extension question. If you want to have a go, it's very challenging. So pause, have a go. Try and spend a bit of time on this one if you don't get it straight away. You know, I've had people students spend a lot of time on this in the past, you know, up to like 20 minutes. So if you want to have a go, I'm going to take you through the answers right now. So for each resistor in this circuit, state how much current is going through it, PD, or the voltage across it, and then finally the resistance. So it's quite straight. The current's straightforward, obviously. So this bit's in series, so it's still 6 amps. So if I call this resistor 1, then we've got resistor 2, resistor 3. So resistor 1 has 6 amps going through it. Resistor 2 obviously has 2 amps going through it, and then resistor 3, because obviously there's 6 amps there, would have 4 amps going through it. So that's relatively straightforward. The next bit is the PD across it. So remember, PD is voltage, so we're going to use Ohm's law. So for the first resistor R1, we can do the voltage across it is the current going through it, multiplied by the resistance. So the voltage is the current, which is 6 amps, multiplied by the resistance value, 2 ohms. So that gives us 12 volts. So this one's 12 volts. So we've finished this one. So we've got 12 volts, 6 amps, and a 2 ohm resistance. Now the tricky one that people really fall down on something like this is the voltage of R2 and R3. So if we've got 12 volts on R1, what we need to do is look at how many volts we've got in total, which is 16. So the total voltage across R2 and R3 will be 4 volts, because obviously 16 take away 12 gives us 4 volts. What you've got to remember is that R2 and R3 are in parallel with each other, so they will have the same voltage. So the voltage of R2 and R3 is 4 volts. So then we just need to get the resistance of R2, which is now straightforward. So the resistance of R2, which will be the voltage of R2 divided by the current going through it. So the voltage for R2 is the 4 volts divided by a current of 2 amps. So that gives us 2 ohms. And then R3, which again is voltage divided by current. So the voltage across it is the same. It's 4 for the parallel section, divided by the current of 4 amps. So that gives us a 1 ohm resistor. And that's the end of the question. If you got that right, you've done really well. If you kind of got halfway there, then not too bad. If you want to rewind and have a go at the question again without looking at the notes, then that might be a good idea. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.